My name is Jody Prouse, and I am the granddaughter, stepdaughter, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, niece, great-niece, aunt, cousin, and sister to alcoholics. I have known what the word alcoholic meant since I was 5 years old, not because anyone told me. Family keeps secrets, and mine is no different. Or should I say they think they do, but you figure things out very quickly. By 6, I had already decided that this alcohol-fueled life was never going to be mine. I couldn't have been more wrong. You see, my younger brother was an alcoholic. I spent over 6 years actively involved, desperate and obsessed, like many family members, caught in a world we don't understand, trying to save him. So of course I can't speak on the perspective of the addict in recovery. Instead, that of the loving family member. I am very aware that I am not the norm, that somehow the word controversial follows me when I dare say these things about someone that I love. To some, saying someone is an alcoholic is a negative, disparaging, will ruin his reputation. People will think less of him. How dare I? I saw my brother at his best, leaving rehab happy and healthy, and as handsome as any movie star. And I am sure everyone here can relate. I saw him at his worst during his 11-year battle with addiction. And what remained a constant then and now, that I never, not once, loved him any less, nor had any shame for the often crazy things that were happening. I am very aware of the stigma and judgment that come not only to those suffering with alcohol and drug addiction, but the family members as well. In some small way, what I hope is to bring change. Shame keeps everyone, addicts and the family, hiding. That shame and inability to tell the truth to friends, to family members, and most importantly, to tell the truth to yourself, manifests itself into denial. And with denial, there will be no recovery. I am so honored to be a part of this recovery movement, a face and a voice, as everyone has been silent for far too long. Anonymous, we all know that word. I don't want to be anonymous. In fact, quite the opposite. My outspoken attitude makes some people uncomfortable, and that's okay. Uncomfortable gets people talking. Uncomfortable challenges people on their beliefs. We live in a society that says it encourages understanding, compassion, empathy, non-discrimination, and yes, that addiction is a disease. But that is not how it's treated. It just isn't, and that's the truth. We see huge promotional campaigns worldwide, raising funds and awareness for diseases. Millions walk with bright pink bows supporting breast cancer, buckets of water on Facebook supporting ALS research, prostate cancer, and Parkinson's. Everywhere we turn, there's a cause, a rally. I can't even go to Walmart or buy an ice cream at a local drive-thru without being asked to donate. But until now, nothing to bring attention to addiction. Why is that? That really isn't a question. We watch in the media as Mayor Rob Ford unravels in Toronto due to an addiction, and he instantly becomes worldwide news and the butt of all jokes on late-night television. Would they do that if he has Alzheimer's? Why is this okay? How about the girl that tells me that addiction is simply a choice? No one would actively choose this life, not for themselves, and certainly not for the ones that they love. When I calmly ask the question back, if your mother or grandfather smoked for 20 years and got emphysema, is that what you would say to them? I am met with an awkward silence. Of course not. And that loved one would immediately get all the medical attention they need for as long as they need it, for free. Sharing stories is important. It makes us feel not so alone. Alone. That is what I felt for so long. It is how I believe my brother felt. Sharing these stories, standing tall together to a world of judgment, it gives us power, it gives us strength, and it gives us hope. You know, someone actually said to me, "Your brother was a junkie and he deserved to die. He had more than enough chances." I am not going to spend my life arguing, debating, letting people break my spirit for the truth I know and I believe with all my heart. It doesn't surprise me that we live in a world where some people believe this. What surprises me is that we live in a world where it's okay to say that out loud. What I remind myself when I speak of addiction is that this way of thinking is not at all about my brother's character. It is about theirs. I can't tell you how humbled and proud I am to be standing here with all of you, shedding a bright light on recovery. What a wonderful gift to our own children and our family members that will come after us to share openly and honestly about this disease in our family tree, so this does not continue generation after generation. I don't think we could be here today celebrating your recovery if we didn't also celebrate the ones that lost their battle. I think back now to when my brother passed away and I wrote his obituary. It's what I call now the died suddenly phenomenon. And if I could rewind, I would proudly tell the truth. Just like the people that write died in a motor vehicle accident, lost their brave battle with cancer, or passed away peacefully in their sleep at 90 years young. My brother did not die suddenly. It was slow, painful, excruciating, and it has left us all with enduring pain. But even family members won't publish the truth. Died from alcoholism, died from a drug overdose, died from suicide. Do they believe this will ruin their loved one's reputation? Perhaps. Or maybe it's part of them that worries it will ruin their own. I know all too well how shame and silence wear you down. It makes you lose hope, and that leads to hopelessness. I do want to make a difference. I want to change perception. I want to proudly be a voice. On Sunday, March 18th, 2012, after at least 18 days of drinking, my brother would take his own life. He was 39, his name was Brett Tisdale, and he was an alcoholic. I still do not know all the answers, but there's one thing I am sure of. Treatment does work. People do get well, and you can live the beautiful life you've imagined. We are not promised that is easy. What we are promised is that is possible.